Welcome to Elderly Made Easy, the place where growing older doesn't mean slowing down. If you're over 60 and want practical tips to stay healthy, independent, and full of life, you're in the right place. We're all about making your golden years your best years, with simple advice, real solutions, and encouragement every step of the way. Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night with your leg twisted in pain, your calf muscles tightening like a clenched fist? You try to move, but the pain stops you cold, sharp, sudden, and intense. You lay there, waiting for it to pass, rubbing it, stretching it, trying not to wake your partner, wondering why it keeps happening more and more often now. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Leg cramps are incredibly common after the age of 60. And yet, they still come as a surprise. One day your legs feel fine, and the next, you're dealing with tightness, pain, and even fear that your legs are getting weaker, that walking might become harder, that independence might slip a little further away. But here's the truth, these cramps are not just a normal part of aging. They're a signal. A sign that your body is trying to tell you something. And today, we're going to talk about exactly what that is, and more importantly, what you can do to stop them. In this video, we're going to walk through 5 powerful changes you can make starting today to calm your legs, sleep better, move easier, and stop those painful cramps from taking over your nights and your life. These aren't complicated tricks or medical jargon. Just simple, everyday habits that work with your body, not against it. Whether you've been living with leg cramps for months or they've just started creeping in, this conversation is for you. So let's start at the beginning. What's really going on when those leg cramps hit? And why does it seem like they get worse the older we get? One reason is blood flow. As we age, our circulation naturally slows down. The blood vessels that used to deliver oxygen-rich blood to your muscles quickly and efficiently start to lose a bit of their power. That means the muscles in your legs aren't getting what they need, especially at night, when your body is resting and gravity isn't helping the blood flow downward. It's like trying to water your garden with a hose that's lost pressure. Things get sluggish, and the plants, or in this case, your muscles, suffer. That poor circulation can lead to cramps, swelling, and even numbness if left unchecked. But don't worry, you're not stuck with that. There are some incredibly effective ways to get your blood moving again. And one of the easiest is something that takes less than 2 minutes a day. Ready for it? Ankle pumps. That's right, gently flexing and pointing your toes, up and down, like you're tapping a rhythm in the air. Doing this motion for just 30 to 60 seconds a few times a day helps your leg muscles contract and relax in a healthy, natural way. It wakes up the veins and muscles, pushing blood back toward your heart and giving your legs a little workout without even standing up. You can do it while sitting in your favorite chair, lying in bed, or even while brushing your teeth. It's small, but powerful. Especially when you make it a habit. Over time, this simple movement can make a huge difference in the frequency and intensity of nighttime cramps. Because better circulation means less tension in your legs and fewer rude awakenings at 2 a.m. Now, let's talk hydration. Yes, I know, you've heard it 100 times. Drink more water. But this isn't just about thirst. It's about giving your muscles the right environment to function properly. Your muscles are like little engines. And engines need fluid to cool down and operate smoothly. When you're low on fluids, especially if you're also low on essential minerals like magnesium and potassium, those engines start to sputter. The result? Muscle cramps. The tricky thing is, dehydration doesn't always show up as thirst. Sometimes, especially after 65, your body just stops signaling you properly. You may not feel thirsty, but your muscles know the truth. They'll start to tighten, spasm, or seize up, especially at night, when you're not drinking anything for hours. The good news? You don't need to chug gallons of water to stay hydrated. Start with something simple, keep a small glass of water by your bed. Sip throughout the day, and add a little lemon or a splash of juice if that makes it more appealing. If you're someone who doesn't love plain water, herbal teas are great too. Just avoid caffeine-heavy drinks late in the day, since they can dehydrate you even more. And here's something else you might not know: foods can hydrate you, too. Think cucumbers, watermelon, oranges, even soups. These foods not only hydrate but also contain those vital minerals your muscles crave. So next time you feel a cramp coming on, ask yourself, have I had enough to drink today? Am I giving my body the tools it needs to keep things running smoothly? And if the answer is probably not, don't beat yourself up. Just take a small step forward. That's what this is all about: small steps that build a better, stronger, calmer body over time. No shame, no guilt, just progress. Now that we've talked about circulation and hydration, two of the biggest culprits when it comes to leg cramps, let's shift gears for a moment. There's something else that might be happening without you even realizing it. It has nothing to do with how much water you drink or how you move your legs. It's something sneaky, something that could be sitting right in your medicine cabinet. Let's talk about medications. Because believe it or not, some of the most common prescriptions taken by older adults, medications for blood pressure, cholesterol, or even heartburn, can lead to leg cramps as a side effect. Surprising, isn't it? You're taking something to help one part of your body, and meanwhile, it's quietly upsetting another. But don't worry, this doesn't mean you need to stop taking your medications. Far from it. What it does mean is that it's important to be aware of what you're taking, how it's affecting your body, and whether there might be an alternative. Some blood pressure medications, for example, can flush out potassium or magnesium, both of which are essential for muscle function. Without them, cramps can creep in. That's why it's always worth having a conversation with your doctor or pharmacist. Not to panic, but to ask questions. Could this medication be contributing to my leg cramps? Is there an alternative? Should I be supplementing with anything? Just asking those questions can open the door to real relief and show your healthcare team that you're actively involved in your own health, which is always a good thing. Sometimes it's not the medicine itself, but how your body reacts to it. The older we get, the more sensitive we can become to certain side effects. So don't dismiss a sudden increase in leg cramps as just age. You deserve answers. And you deserve to sleep through the night without waking up in pain. As we keep going, we'll dive even deeper into the other major causes of cramps after 65, and what you can do starting today to ease that tension in your legs and wake up feeling more rested, more balanced, and more in control of your body again. Because that's what this is really about, taking back control. Not letting leg cramps steal your peace, your confidence, or your sleep. You've made it this far in life with wisdom and resilience. Now it's time to put that same energy into making your legs feel strong, calm, and steady, one step at a time. So, now that we've looked at how circulation, hydration, and even medications might be playing a role in your leg cramps, let's shift to something a little more surprising, something that doesn't get talked about enough, but makes a world of difference as we age: how much we sit. It's easy to forget how much time we spend sitting. Watching TV, reading the newspaper, eating meals, talking on the phone, these little moments add up. And before we know it, our legs have been still for hours. The problem is, when muscles stay inactive for too long, they tighten. Blood pools. Nerves get a little pinched. And the next time you try to stand, stretch, or lie down, boom. That familiar cramp strikes again. It's not about blaming yourself. Rest is important, especially in your 60s, 70s, and beyond. But muscles are meant to move, and even small movements can reset the system and keep those nighttime cramps at bay. You don't need to do jumping jacks or run around the block. Just a gentle leg stretch every hour or two can work wonders. If you're sitting for a while, pause and wiggle your toes. Roll your ankles in a slow circle. Lift your leg just a few inches off the floor, hold it for 5 seconds, and gently lower it again. These tiny movements help your muscles stay warm and engaged, like giving them a gentle nudge that says, "Hey, stay awake. Don't freeze up on me later." It's so simple, yet so powerful. And here's something else that's worth mentioning: the shoes you wear, even inside your home, can play a role in how your legs feel at night. Hard floors, slippery surfaces, or shoes without arch support can cause subtle strain on your feet and legs throughout the day. That strain builds up, and when your muscles finally get a break, they cramp. If you find yourself barefoot most of the time or wearing old slippers with no cushioning, your legs might be paying the price. Try swapping them out for a supportive pair of house shoes with cushioned soles. Something light but firm. Your feet will feel better immediately, and over time, you may notice fewer cramps creeping in overnight. It's a small shift that can create big relief and help you move with more ease throughout the day. Now, let's talk about another factor that's hiding in plain sight: your diet. Not just what you're not eating, but what you could be adding to ease the tension in your muscles. Most people know that bananas have potassium, and yes, potassium is important for muscle health. But what often gets overlooked is magnesium. It's one of the most essential minerals for relaxing your muscles, calming your nerves, and preventing spasms. And yet, many people over 60 don't get enough. Magnesium doesn't just help with cramps. It also supports better sleep, steadier blood sugar, and even a calmer mood. But if your diet is low in leafy greens, nuts, seeds, or whole grains, you might be missing out without realizing it. One easy way to boost your intake? Try a handful of almonds or pumpkin seeds as an afternoon snack. Add spinach to your omelet or toss some black beans into your soup. Small changes, big results. Now, before you rush out and buy a supplement, pause for a moment. While magnesium supplements can help, they're not always necessary, and too much can upset your stomach or interact with medications. That's why food sources are such a safe and effective starting point. They come with fiber, flavor, and no side effects. Plus, eating well just makes you feel good. It's nourishment, not punishment. And let's not forget calcium. It works hand in hand with magnesium and potassium to keep your muscles contracting and relaxing like they should. If you've been told to watch your calcium intake for bone health, great, now you know it's helping your legs, too. Just make sure you're getting enough vitamin D along with it, so your body can actually absorb all that goodness. You see, all these little things, what you eat, how you move, how much water you drink, they're like puzzle pieces. On their own, they might not seem like much. But when you put them together, they form a clear picture of what your body needs to stay strong, relaxed, and pain-free. And it's not just about stopping leg cramps. It's about reclaiming control. The more you understand your body, the more empowered you feel. You realize that aging doesn't have to mean suffering. It can mean wisdom, choices, and a whole new level of care for yourself that maybe wasn't possible when life was busier, faster, or louder. Think about it, you've probably spent years taking care of others. Now it's your turn. Your body's been speaking to you through these cramps, gently, or not so gently, reminding you to pay attention. And you are. That's something to be proud of. We're not finished yet, though. There's one more key to this puzzle that makes all the other pieces work better. It's something that ties together movement, relaxation, strength, and balance. Something that doesn't just help with cramps, it helps with walking, with confidence, with aging gracefully. And once we talk about it, you'll have a clear, complete path forward, one you can follow with ease. So let's talk about something that might just be the missing piece, something that works behind the scenes to prevent leg cramps, support your balance, and even help you sleep better. I'm talking about muscle strength, and more specifically, the strength of your legs. Now, before you think I'm about to suggest hitting the gym or lifting weights, take a deep breath. That's not what this is about. This is about simple, gentle, doable movements that build just enough strength to keep your muscles awake, responsive, and less likely to cramp up when you least expect it. Here's what often happens. As we get older, our muscles naturally lose mass. It's called sarcopenia, and it starts as early as your 30s, but really speeds up after 60. When your muscles get weaker, they don't just shrink, they become more sensitive, more twitchy, and yes, more prone to cramps. Especially at night, when your body's trying to relax. So what can you do? You don't need a trainer, and you don't need fancy equipment. What you do need is consistency, just a few minutes a day of gentle leg activation. For example, Try standing near a counter and doing 10 slow calf raises, lifting your heels off the ground and lowering them back down. That one move strengthens your calves, increases circulation, and stretches the muscle all in one go. Or sit on the edge of your bed and extend one leg straight out in front of you, hold it for 5 seconds, then switch sides. These movements may look small, but they signal to your nervous system, hey, these muscles are in use. Keep them supple. Don't let them lock up. Even light walking counts. If you can take a short walk around the house or down the driveway and back, that gentle movement keeps blood flowing, builds strength, and signals to your body that your legs are being taken care of. You'd be amazed what just 5 minutes of leg movement a day can do over the course of a week, a month, a year. We often underestimate the power of a small habit, but when it comes to leg cramps, little changes really do go a long way. Now, if you've ever had a leg cramp wake you up in the middle of the night, you know how disruptive it can be. You shoot upright, grab your calf or thigh, and you're stuck in that awful tension, just waiting for it to release. It's not just physical pain, it's also sleep interruption, and over time, that lack of sleep affects your energy, your mood, and your overall health. So here's a bonus tip, something incredibly simple that most people don't even think about. Keep a heating pad or warm compress near your bed. If you feel a cramp coming on, warmth can often calm the muscle and stop it in its tracks. Or better yet, use that warmth before bed to prevent the cramp altogether. Just 10 minutes of warmth on your calves or thighs while you relax with a book can work magic. And don't forget, gentle stretching before bed is another wonderful habit. Point and flex your feet. Reach down toward your toes while sitting. You don't need to touch the floor or strain. Just let your muscles know that rest is coming, but they're still needed. It's like tucking them in for the night. Now, I want to pause and say something that might really hit home. If you've been dealing with leg cramps for a while, you might feel like this is just part of aging, something you're stuck with. But it's not. These changes, the hydration, the movement, the nutrition, the strength building, they're not just tips. They're acts of self-respect. You deserve to sleep peacefully. You deserve to move without pain. You've earned the right to feel good in your own body, and with a little attention and intention, that's entirely possible. Let's take a quick moment to pull it all together. Leg cramps after 65 aren't just about one thing. They're a signal from your body. They're influenced by hydration, blood flow, medication, movement, nutrition, strength, and even how you sleep. And the good news? Every single one of those factors is something you can improve with small, simple changes, changes that fit your life and your energy. There's no magic pill, but there is a powerful mindset that you're still in control. You still get to decide how you care for yourself. You still get to choose energy over exhaustion, comfort over pain, confidence over fear. And don't do it alone, that's what this community is for. If you've tried something that helped your leg cramps, share it in the comments. If you felt inspired to make a change after this video, let us know. Your story might be the one that helps someone else feel less alone, or finally find relief after years of discomfort. And if this video gave you something valuable, a tip, a fresh perspective, or even just a little hope, go ahead and give it a like. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next video. We've got so much more coming to help you live healthier, stronger, and happier, no matter your age. Because here at Elderly Made Easy, we believe aging isn't about slowing down, it's about showing up for yourself in ways that matter. It's about small wins, daily joy, and knowing you're not done yet. Far from it. So stretch your legs, sip your water, smile a little deeper, and remember, you've got this. Here's to feeling good, sleeping better, and waking up tomorrow with one less cramp to worry about. You're stronger than you think, and the best is still ahead.